Their strategy with that Morphling pick is, let's go 70 minutes. Not 50 minutes, not 55 to try to go to late game. Our late game is literally 70 minutes when we can all individually 1v5. That's the only way they pull this one out. Like, how else can they actually take this game?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. But I don't know if Phantom Assassins are going to give them the opportunity. This is the Arcana right now, looking to put some what are they even called? Paradoxical things. The little
Manifold Paradox.
Manifold Paradox. I knew Paradox was in it. Yeah. So we'll see what Meracle Paradox can do with that. Did you pick PA because of Arcana? Probably, dude. I think NB has it as well. No contracts. Calling him out, dude. The Nemesis event does not apply here at the tournaments, but first apart to introduce properly right now. They're on the Radiant. We've got Pelosin on the Magnus. Safe lane Magnus. You don't see this every day, but getting that hero some farm can be really nice. And Meracle again on that Phantom Assassin. Lubby here going to be playing the Wisp or the EO. Looks like he will maybe be going bottom with the Magnus. Really up to him. You like to have the Wisp either in the middle lane or the bottom safe lane here for the Radiant, so you can do the pull throughs into the lanes and get some experience up off those neutrals. Meanwhile, Hannah will be on the Tidehunter, and finally it'll be Aluka on the Phoenix. We'll see how well he can handle the bird.
Alrighty, throwing out those little spirits. The attack speed reduction is substantial, but
so is his health.
Yeah, the bottom line is that even though Phoenix is a strength hero, he only starts out at 17. So, although he has some good EHP with +3 armor and the attack speed is slowed up, he still will take his hits and have to restore. But this is interesting because I was trying to figure out the answer to First Departure's issue of roles. Who is playing number 4, who is playing number 5? If we look at net worth, the Wisp is actually banking more than the Phoenix because he wants that early bottle. So at the end of the day, the lowest net worth is this Phoenix with this kind of casual ring of protection. But what he's doing is not necessarily playing a hard support, but this is helpful off-laning support, where essentially he's giving Hana the opportunity to move actually onto the creep wave and disrupt Ember a little bit. It's keeping Cast as well as Ninja Boogie on the lane rather than pulling, and that is to their benefit as a whole.
Yeah, and Luca, even if he doesn't time it well, he could always Icarus dive over to the Ancients and maybe stack them up for the Tide, so allow Hannah to get a lot out of the map, out of their resources here. As there is a ward here from the Radiant, maybe protecting it. You're going to see over the next, 5 minutes, if anyone goes up there to ward it to block off the spawns, they will know, assuming they're paying attention. But we see Cast on the Jakiro, also flapping his wings, trying to zone out the Phoenix, using that Liquid Fire, level 1, the no mana cost bottom lane, though. Alright, Pelosin getting pretty close to Chrissy. Who's farming it up here? 5 and 1, 3 and 2. Seems like it will be pretty good lane for the both of them. Going to get a lot of farm. And I think that benefits Rave, maybe even a little bit more. Like, the earlier Chrissy gets online, the more potential they have to have a better mid game.
Yeah, I'm
maybe
kind of
surprised
to
go to 70.
I'm kind of surprised that Chrissy went for a backtrack here, because essentially it's just a 10% damage reduction in what you receive. I mean, obviously there's spikes. You could backtrack a shockwave or two and get really lucky, and that could be extremely high value, but there's just as much chance that you're just backtracking creep auto attacks. Like, it's not actually that valuable in a situation where you're 1v1, whereas the bashes could be extremely crucial in getting early kills with Chronosphere, or even before. For now, he's dueling it out. He will get the bash just without the help of the skill points, but we'll see if it's actually enough for him to actually duel this Magnus, who has gone for 1 value point in Empower, and he does backtrack a Shockwave. So as I say it, he's already RNG lording his way to victory in that bottom lane. In the meantime, though,
you don't have a backtrack key to activate it?
Oh gosh, I'm no universe, but you know, we're actually gonna see
middle lane. Look at Jo, forced so far out of that lane.
Having to strength morph is the thing that you want to do the least as morphing with 3 tangos still in your inventory. You want to get the most value out of those tangos, and the way to do that is to get your agility as high as can be. But in the end, he's not getting as much right-click damage for last hitting, and he is not getting all the efficiency out of those tangos as Meracle just keeps spamming away and looks to probably pick up a bottle himself. We'll have to see. Lubby's still pretty low, so it's a hard call. Usually you want your Wisp to pick the bottle, but hasn't really been contributing to the mid lane as much recently. As far as the current stacking situation, that's interesting to analyze. Alaka is stacking for the Tide, so you get a double stack there, and the Wisp is stacking the jungle on the western side. Mud Golem spawns, as well as an illusion block for the initial spawn, makes it a little bit less than what they would want it to be, but in the end it's still quite effective at providing something to clear out for multiple heroes on first departure.
Yeah, I like them drawing there on the trees, probably unnecessarily, but bringing down those trees makes pull this at 53, and on the way back, just get this at 54/55 seconds, and it's basically easy stacking for days. And that's something that you can easily do on Wisp, because you can bring down the trees. I guess you could do it on Lina, or literally anyone. If you just buy a Quelling Blade, it would just take a little more preparation to do it. But it's something that can really boost your mid player's performance, such as Meracle. You're going to give him the cleave, he's going to go there and he's going to clear it up. Or maybe Pelosin is close to a Blink Dagger, and he'll go back there, he'll empower, he'll cleave it down, as he does have that one value point early on in Empower, since it's sort of a 1v1 lane. And it's just something you can really, really do. I feel like also with Naga, Storm, Shadow Fiend, anyone that can really utilize the stacks, like, it's really worthwhile. If you're a support and you don't know what you should be doing, like, go stack some camps.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Alco doesn't seem too experienced with the Phoenix's base 285 movement speed, because he does miss the Ancient Stack by several seconds, but in the end they're not doing too shabby. The Tide is still getting to level 3, actually close to 4, though he is in dangerous territory. I also like the fact that the Wisp, as soon as he got his bottle, he gave a sip to the Phoenix, he gave 2 sips to Meracle to flesh out his mana pool, and then he just handed Meracle the bottle to bottle up that DD. So, huge restoration and sustainability provided from Lubby, the lowly support who is rocking like 300 net worth right now. But Pulson is actually going to skewer in and maybe get the RP off onto Chrissy. Yes, with all that spirit damage, they can just obliterate him. RP committed, the right click delivered, and that is an immense first blood for first departure.
Yeah, it really is. I feel like Faceless Void does not want that to happen whatsoever, especially giving up the first blood. It's generally in the 1v1 lanes where the Faceless Void has all the kill potential, but while it's not a 1v1 lane, as Lubby rotates over, it's still only level 2, but he still does have that tether, still helps out a little bit. RP was committed, and it's about a level, and maybe even a little bit more than that. Actually, no, a little bit less than that, sorry. Level 7, no, there we go, yeah, level and a half. Level 5 to level 7 now for the Magnet.
Yeah.
And look at the rune, too.
Comparatively speaking, we haven't been talking about Rave supports, but that's just because they really haven't accomplished too much. I mean, the Jakiro has hit level 3, considering what skill point he wants to go with, but otherwise they've zoned the Tidehunter mildly, but not extensively. Actually, Meracle has the double damage rune, is going to go here onto Jail. Big crit coming out, the waveform away, but Meracle is looking to duel. He's got Bottle, he's got Magic Stick, and he's got Blur. He's going to go on Chrissy, gets the crit, no backtrack for you, and wants to finish it off. Without the time walk, Chrissy going offensive when he should have been defensive, and he will fall to Miracle's right clicks. The DD rune is the GG rune, and Jayo's going in further. He's got the HP for it. The Wisp keeps healing, the Bottle keeps going, and Jayo is in a really tough spot. The TP will come in from Ninja Boogie, causing concern for Meracle, but he still has a DD rune for 5 more seconds. Looks for the turnaround, but they're not in the open battlefield. So in the end, he just gets the kill on the Faceless Void, which he's all too happy with, as he just utilizes that GG rune to great efficiency.
Yeah, meanwhile, Pelosin's like, oh, thanks, guys. You killed Chrissy again. Now I'm just down here free farming. No big deal. He's got 38 CS. He's kind of starting to leave Chrissy in the dust. Chrissy at 29 has now taken the 2 deaths. We'll flip it over to net worth just to check it out. Magnus actually leads at 3.2k, the big 400 for the first blood, definitely helping out in that regard. But he's at 3.3.
Oh, look at those Mud Golems!
1.8, dude.
Screw you, Mud Golems. Anchor Smash is coming to town.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Tide. Of course, stacking for the Tide is going to be very beneficial. They did the Ancients a little bit as well. You'll need a few more levels, though, on your Tide. Level 4, not enough. Now, I'll have to go back. This will consume some mana boots for Tide. So I'll have some more spam ability the next time we come for those neutral stacks. They weren't getting a lot in the off lane. How is Rior doing is a big question as well. The most last hits in the game, most denies as well.
Yeah, doing fine and dandy there. Presumably going to go for the Battle Fury very quickly after finishing the Aquila, maybe Magic 1, and that's all you really need. There's actually a very aggressive position for Ninja Boogie. They want to pick somebody off. If they're trying to defend the tower around here, he would have a great opportunity to go through one of the multiple paths to kick him off, but the Observer Ward scouts out nothing because nothing there is. We're actually going to see Ninja Boogie pick up the regen route here just to cover it up. Alaka would love to pursue. He does get the slow effect. Stifling Dagger isn't going to be in time, though, and Ninja Boogie will feel safe to walk away. Anyways,
they lose vision or something? It looked like mid animation on the dagger.
it was vision and then it was range. So
yeah,
just taking that quick step for a second, stopping and not getting what needs. Jayo finally picks up the magic stick, which I think is imperative to have against the Phantom Assassin 1v1. And yes, he's going to be able to sustain a little bit better here, though still losing out in the CS. Actually, only 24 against Miracle's 39.
Top tower is
That's
under
not good.
attack.
Jayo's having a really difficult time here. And well, Chrissy, I thought was maybe going to be the saving grace that he had the 1v1 lane, but also starting to have a really difficult time because of the first blood. He dies again immediately afterwards. He's now finding again some CS, but he's also falling behind the Magnus so hard. And Magnus is a hero that, you know, he kind of has a Chronosphere-esque ability. Reverse Polarity is going to be really good, and he's going to have the Blink Dagger and the Mana Boots sub 10 minutes, unless this 3-hero rotation towards the bottom lane, which will include Rior. They're going to look for the ball of
so
light, and he'll be able to
close.
get away to the creep wave. No problem, and
Radiant's
that
bottom
is,
tower is
well,
under
sometimes the
attack.
problem when you go to gank that Wisp. You don't count out the tether. You don't expect him to just be able to escape like that, and sometimes the Wisp just outplays you, breaks your ankles, and they're even trying to turn it around. Pelosin looking for some more. He still did not quite finish that dagger yet. RP onto one. He'll turn it around, bring NB back, or will he? No, Meracle just kills him. Contract. Got it.
Yep, so yeah, getting another kill up for the PA is a pretty big deal. The Vengeance will wear off quickly as the VS is very low level, and he's just going to go back to farming. So pretty good for him, but we really need to see a lot from the Ember Spear here because, as we mentioned, although the Rave have an insanely potent late game, because of the amount of teamfight that First Departure can bring to their mid game, they have to have just so much going for them. And right now, being down 2 kills and not even having the top CS slot anymore, yeah, Rior needs something big. Christy and Rior are farming against each other down bottom. They have to make something happen. So Vengeful Spirit will come down. Maybe their presence alone is enough to bait First Departure in.
Under attack.
Yeah, well, they did use the RP, and they don't quite have Ravage yet. Hannah comes down here, though, maybe hits level 6, able to get off a Ravage, and some TPs come in. Could be bad. Could be a Chronosphere used to disengage from Chrissy. Who knows? There's a lot of variables going into that. The big one, though, is if Tidehunter can get level 6 before they actually... Okay, he's gone. Variable gone. Ravage online.
Blink already up for the Magnus. 66
yeah,
CS.
Magnus is top net worth in the game right now.
Boy.
Chrissy's going to go in onto Hannah. Hannah, will he die? Chrono just running out. He gets the Ravage. It's going to land on everybody. But is there any follow-up? Here's the Phoenix, the skewer back. Oh, Pelosin. No longer having the perfect game. The Spirit's almost enough to bring down Chrissy. They're going for the Sunray. It's not quite enough. He shouldn't have canceled that unless it maybe ran out. Now it looks like Rior with a double kill. He got the Tide. He got the EO. Pelosin also going to fall. Give it the triple to Rior right now. But now the PA is coming into town. It's going to be, okay, not at all caught up in that actually. NB trying to get away, but cannot. The crits are too strong. Put another Paradox Memorial on the ground. That was a 242 crit, so it's still not critical a whole lot. Another Ice Path from Cast will unfortunately miss the PA, and Meracle is just putting everyone in the grave right now. Phoenix is going to get involved, and it's another crit.
Yeah. And just the problem is that Rave can't afford to commit more than 4 heroes to doing anything, because as soon as they do, that means they're not farming across the map, they're not gaining gold in general off of the map. So they always have to have 1 or 2 heroes in another lane, and that means that when the 5v5 comes out, there's just too much blood on the battlefield. Rior does have a Remnant up, so he will just kind of duel it out while he can, but the RP comes through. Can they crit him down? No! He will Remnant away. And VS will just give him the space he needs. Actually looking for the kill on Meracle, but
no
not.
Swap. Thought he was looking for the swap.
Oh, he did?
Only level 4, man.
Oh, that was dangerous. Dangerous territory for him. And Jayo's actually pursuing Hannah. Has the waveform. The right click. Is it going to be enough? There it is. Relocate coming through. Alaka, Meracle, Lobby, all in play, but Jayo just burning through all the mana, trying to wait it out. But in the end, he will fall. Meracle, a double unstoppable. And just looking really strong. Like the only... Oh, Lobby actually will be cleaned up on the Wisp.
Poor guy.
Like they are playing really smooth right now. Like the only major mistake they've made this game is letting their tier 1 tower fall by the hands of the Jakiro. Jakiro essentially, when the siege creep fell, he saw the tower was like 1.5 hits from death, so he just liquid fires it, and they don't fortify. They had the fortify, they don't use it, and they do lose their tier 1, but otherwise their movement has been smooth, and Rave they just don't have the lineup to deal with this much activity.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, well, first departure, they faltered a little bit in the bottom lane where they even get off the Ravage, so that was their first Ravage use, and they still lost the tower and the fight miserably. That gave Rior a triple kill and then some more farm even off of that. Not to mention the tower gold. He's now top of the net worth at 6.6k. Not a big surprise. PA's in second to 6.5. Magnus has stopped his incredible increase of gold a little bit. He's 5.2, so he's not quite keeping up. He was in first place for a long while this game. Still is doing great, probably because they stopped farming and he started trying to get involved in these team fights since you finish up that Blink just a little after 10 minutes. Blink, Arcanes, and he's picked up a Smoke of Deceit. His RP is up in 10. We look at Hannah, the Ravage is already there for the Tidehunter. NB trying to do some aggressive warding and will actually deny the smoke, but probably going to pay with his life.
Oh yeah, that's not where you want to be here.
Most definitely put another Paradox Memorial on the ground.
Well, there you go. So, okay, so we're actually going to go for the real K play up here on to Chris. He already got Blink RP'd. They just have, wherever a single hero is, there's a team fight with this Wisp, as long as the relocate's up. So they go in and they either ravage somebody or they reverse polarity somebody and they bring them down. Now rubber banding back. Looks like Meracle just wants to farm the stack with Empower, and that is going to be plenty. Rior, though, actually gets the Searing Chains onto Luca, onto the tower. He's going to go down.
He already used the Phoenix Sun in the middle lane. I'm not really sure why. If it was a misclick or there was an engagement there.
There was heroes, but they only just got burned gradually. Like, they weren't actually going to get stunned by it, so it was just an aggressive play, dealing with some damage, but certainly not doing enough.
Bottom tower is
Yeah, it doesn't look like he is maybe the
Dire's top
most
tower is
in tune with the waves. I don't know, but here we go. Hannah looking for some. He's got a bunch of boots. He's a little low on the mana, but he can get it back. There it is now. Some wand charges as well.
Big chrono potentially. There is 4 points in blue though. You just can't kill him.
But there's no chance. Like, Void does nothing against this hero anymore. It used to be the counter. Now he almost gets countered. Tyler will fall. Level 8 seeming actually really squishy. Meracle goes in deep, and against Rior is the one hero he cannot handle. He can't break off the flame guard, and they'll finally go down. Was that a triple kill in a waveform?
Wow. Absolutely insane.
Triple kill in a
Jo
bottle, man.
just racking it up. Suddenly 3,200 gold. Like, how did that happen? He just got 1,300 gold off of that. One waveform, 1,300 gold, and suddenly a new shiny item. That is absolutely absurd. With the Blink Skewer is available, the Relocate Forward is available as well. First cast is going to get hit. The Magic Missile and the Ice Path are expended, but it's just forcing Pulsar away. Swap back in. He's going to be going down.
Oh my gosh, first departure met with disaster there. First, Phoenix makes some questionable plays in the middle lane. Then there's actually not a good chrono from Chrissy. Maybe separates the team fight a little. He kept the PA at least in a chrono for 4 seconds.
No, that was all Rior and Jo.
Yeah, but it was basically Rior came in at the tail end of the fight after a lot of abilities had been used. Flame Guard can't be broken. He's doing a ton of damage, and you know, waveform, 325 magic damage, like easy triple kill for Jo.
Yeah, so much value out of it, and he's actually going to be building up the Yasha immediately. So enhancing his farm, he can get more off the map, he can increase his GPM overall, and he packs more of a punch when he actually goes in for the fights. With the adaptive start scaling on agility, and with the fact that this hero needs to actually have a movement speed booster to get in. Treads doesn't improve your movement speed beyond brown boots, and yeah, you just need some more MS. So 435 is up for him. He'll move quickly enough and he'll hit really hard. Lubby needs to skewer or tether out very quickly, but it's actually going to be Hannah that's under the gun.
Hannah is, maybe it's all the magic damage there, because he just seems like a squishy little girl, and he just disappears in all of these fights. Dying so fast. Meracle out of this right now. Here's Dale. Oh, RP.
Wow.
Enough to maybe turn this around. Envy though, nicely done with the swap. Unfortunately, stunned the creep. I don't know about that one. That creep's running around casting ice armor on people. Nice chrono will bring down one. Unfortunately, caught Rior in the chrono a little bit, so he might not be able to get a chase. I think the burn damage will bring down the Vengeful Spirit. Now over to Meracle. He actually went armlet. He doesn't need the cleave, so he'll go Helm of the Dominator, draw him armlet. I like it a lot, actually. And obviously,
the Ravage! Oh my god!
Damage, but there's enough damage from Meracle to shut it down. He's gonna go 9-1 and 3 off of that, not to mention the cleave from the Empower. They're not done chasing though, they're still looking for Chrissy, and although the game was maybe looking a little dicey for first departure after what had happened in the middle lane. If you look at the graphs, there was no rubber band gold even for JO. It was dead even on gold. It was first departure a little ahead in experience. And Rave, it was 3,500 experience for their good fight in the middle lane, and with that first departure should turn it all around.
That was just absolutely absurd. The Ravage timing, Meracle surviving against that. Like, I can't even believe my eyes when I see Meracle drop down from the waveform to that low of HP with a perfect Ravage from Ana hitting both of them. And they can, yeah, do so much work with this armlet now. You mentioned the Empower. That's obviously a big factor here, but they are being chased down pretty quickly. JL really wants to snipe somebody, but needs to replicate forward, and that's just too ambitious. It's going to be a skewer back. Cass going down immediately.
Oh man, that's his own 4-staff. Pelosin's picked up the 4-staff, so his item progression is extremely nice. He's already pretty much good to go at this point. Just needs some more levels and some more farm. He'll be able to get the refresher, and he'll have the mana for it. But he did play a farming role. I'm curious if he'll maybe want to get some right click out. Yeah, probably not. I think the double RP will go a long way with just PA wailing on people.
This draft is just so insane. It's so active in the early mid game. Like, they didn't even need the Wisp support for Meracle to get a lot of farm. They're actually going to relocate him down bottom where they can go on JO. He's already RP'd.
Perfect though. He's already gone.
So, this Phoenix Sun will be wasted, but Alico will come out with full cooldowns and mana HP. They want to take this tier 1 tower off of that. They just have to get the Chronosphere right to try to hold it if at all possible. Fortification will come first. Chrissy on his way, and yeah, they're not going to go toe-to-toe with that without any ultis. They expended everything to try to bring down Ember Spirit there. But yeah, the last Chronosphere in particular wasn't all that great from Chrissy. He got the Wisp only, but that Wisp was at 10% HP. He literally could have just right-clicked instead of Chronoed, and it would have been the same result. So I think Chrissy's Chronos need to be on point, and at first departure do need to make some more mistakes. They fed away about 4 kills about 5 minutes back, and those were very consequential to bringing my faith in Rave, bringing it back. They definitely need more of that.
Yeah, and Rave going to look to maybe force some more mistakes. At least going to force first departure to make a decision here. They smoke up, they'll go in towards the Roche. So either first departure does nothing and Rave will take the Roche, or first departure tries to contest this. And maybe they make a mistake, but it looks like it'll be the former. Rave is pretty much going to get this. Well, not pretty much. They will get it uncontested. They've even got Rior still farming in the lane along with Cass. So they see a Jakiro, who is kind of your Roche-doing hero.
Yeah.
And he's not even in the pit, so they don't suspect it at all. There's not even a medallion on Vengeful Spirit. That's just... Was that even a rune? I don't know. That was a really fast Roche.
Wave of 4 points of Wave of Terror, 2 points in Aura, and 3 right clickers. I mean, their heroes are really good for that kind of thing. Whether or not they're depriving Roshan of his attack speed, they're just gunning him down with the raw right click potential. And like you said, it was a great fake out. The fact that they had heroes visible on the map, there's no way you suspect that. And can't imagine a better hero right now to have that Aegis than the Morphling. Getting to morph as much Agi as he wants to and feels comfortable with to make the most of both of his lives, it's just the most impactful thing you can imagine. Now, he is still sitting on this casual Yasha. Where do you think he goes from here? Like, do you think... I mean, I don't even know about the BKB against Tide because you're still up against Phoenix Magnus.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could potentially see him finish the Manta. Seems reasonable to upgrade that. Or he could just stay on the casual Yasha. Well, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Generally, an item you look for Morphling eventually is a Satanic. I don't think that's what he's going to go for next.
I think he has to go E-Blade to...
It seems like a really tough choice for him, honestly.
I think he has to go E-Blade just to punish the fact that PA is not going BKB. And when you look at the lineup, why would she? I mean, only Magic Missile and Ice Path is what you worry about magic-wise. Otherwise, it's just some damage, which tapers as the game progresses. So she just outguns it with strength items like Armlet and Satanic. And then from that point, she can do whatever she wants. Now farming up a very nice stack of Ancients with the help of the Empower Overcharge. She's just got so many steroids. I mean, this is just crazy. And I really think Rave went about it a little... Oh, he is going for it?
Yeah, okay, just bought the Ghost up there.
Like, that's the only way you do this, is disable the PA. And they only have a couple ways they can do that without actually getting to sheepstick level of farm.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in this case, like you pointed out, the BKB, the Liquid Sphere as well, like your usual defensive items for Morphling are just not good this game. So you got to go full offensive. You're going to go shotgun. It's still a decent timing for that. He's not far off from it at all. And I mean, it is the only answer for the PA. I don't even know if it is. I don't think he's going to be doing 2,300 damage because that's what he has when the armlet goes on. And if you don't kill him, well, Meracle will just activate that Satanic and be back to full HP almost immediately. It's the Meracle show right now. Not to mention he'll have an Empower to help out. And here's the smoke from the other members of First Departure. They're looking for the Ember, and they're going to relocate there. They will actually find his RC in actually base this time.
Oh!
And he's not going to be able to get out of there. He'll do a Sleight of Fist. It does a lot of damage as he picks up the Battle Fury. About 2 minutes coming up, trying to get somebody.
Wow.
Anna throws out the Ravage. He tries to get a Chrono. It's just on Meracle, but again, he can't kill Meracle. Meracle, meanwhile, easy. 840 damage. The last crits we saw were 270, for example. That one's 840. He's going to go for it onto Kath. There's absolutely no chance that Jakiro gets away. He will be brought down. Double kill right now for Meracle. MB hiding behind the tower. The only place that really is safe. And Jo, let's remember he does have an Aegis. He does have that Ghost Scepter. NB shows his face for a second, and he will be brought down. And now you're going to go in. The Phoenix Sun, it is a burning up Jo. Jo out of mana. Will go down. Does have another life. Meanwhile, who's this for your back on the fight? This was a buyback. Meracle jumping. Ultra kill. The back-to-back crits.
Oh, he wants more. If only Jo stuck around. The 24-minute rampage would come through, but nevertheless, Meracle just absolutely slicing and dicing, playing magnificently. I mean, this guy is already setting records here. At the 15-minute mark, he had 8 kills. 8 kills, which is already a Pro Dota 2 record, but now racking up 13 over the next 10 minutes in total. So that is just astounding what Meracle's accomplished, just really advertising this Arcana better than Valve ever could.
He crit that Ember Spirit not only twice in a row, but the one that dealt the final blow does 1,003 damage.
Jeez.
Onto that Ember. So goodbye, Ember. That was a dieback, by the way, so that's really going to hurt them in terms of the net worth. I will check out the grass. I missed the recap, guys. Sorry. NB gonna get spotted. Gonna die. I think that's the point this game had. If you're seen, you die. Well, maybe not. The burn damage. Okay, and another blink forward. They will get him. It's a 5,000 gold advantage. And more than that, maybe 7,000 experience advantage, and probably going to continue to climb. 21-14, 7-kill lead here for First Departure. Pushing wise, they've got to go through all the tier 2s. Actually, this tier 1 sitting on 25 HP in the bottom lane for Rave still. However, Jo, he has the F-Blade. He's not going to give up. He's completed it just under 26 minutes. He's 5-2-1-1, also not doing terribly. Second in net worth, but still down 8,000.
You know what would be really annoying for Meracle to go right now? A butterfly. There's no way they farm any MKBs or hexes fast enough to deal with it. He could go butterfly on top of the... But he did it! Yes! Meracle, perfect! I wasn't even looking at the courier, so I was not cheating there, guys. That's
Blaze
just
is a cheater.
That's just legit. But 50% blur added in with the butterflies, 33% or 35% evasion. I'm trying to think of the multiplicative math in my head at the moment. And it's not looking good. I think it's 65, just over 65%, maybe 67, somewhere in there. And yeah, that means you hit him a third of the time. And oh my gosh, it crits you 100% of the time.
There's the F-Blade, everything. They'll drop the Chrono. The only reason they're killing him is because he's in the macro pyre. They're going to try to get the heal. I don't know if that Sun Ray was actually in range. Lovey was going for the extraction point as well.
He missed the relocate.
He is really... Oh, he's going to hate something. How is he so fast? Alright, he'll get out of there. Or no, sorry. Well, he does, but not the way he wanted to. He dies. He gets sent back to base.
Flubby is apparently flubby on the relocate here. He relocates into and tethers into the chrono. The second you hit the chrono, the relocate effect ends because you cannot be disabled while you're trying to pour it away. So in the end, he just sets himself up for suicide. And yeah, that's how you bring down the PA of this level. If you can't do it through right clicks, you do it through magic damage. And then after he's down, about to be getting all his HP back from the lifesteal, then you drop the chronosphere. But if there's a Phoenix there, if there's a Tide there, if he's anything but solo,
doesn't screw it up.
Yeah, then you still can't do it. But yeah, it seems to be just this perfect stars aligning thing, and Yeah, across all the universes that Oracle could predict, he doesn't see the one where PA dies.
Or the one where he will ever be in Captain's mode, hopefully.
And not in his current state.
Yeah. Alright, Rior is going for the Crystallis. He actually got a good time on that Battle Fury, 21 minutes. I mean, that triple kill early on in the bottom lane. That was at exactly at the 14-minute mark. That really helped propel him to an early Battle Fury. Since then, though, hasn't done all that much. He's 6-3-7. Like, he's putting on a great performance. It's just that Meracle is outperforming anybody right now. Still ahead by 7,000 gold. It was 8 the last time we checked, so that does mean he is making ground. Another 4-staff, though, going to come out for Hannah on the Tidehunter as Pelosin works for that refresher. He is already extremely close on the Magnus. He's like 600 gold away from that.
There's
you know that
too much.
Tidehunter is going to be looking for that item next as well. And you got double Ravage, double RP, and unkillable, well, okay, not quite unkillable, but most likely unkillable Meracle. What do you do for Rave? Until the game is over, because you just lost your carry in 3 hits.
Yep, never saw it coming. It was a good way to put on the epitaph there. Meracle just, oh, clearing out the creep boy with a 1545. That is pure damage, but honestly, there's, even with all these Agi heroes, there's not that much agility to mitigate everything that Meracle is bringing right now. He is just going to town on the opposition here, attacking pretty quickly, even with the liquid fire, thanks to the armlet and the butterfly. Yeah, it's legit, and yeah, just taking down the tower can tank it all day long with the help of Lovey. They're going to try to nuke him down. Meracle will drop a little low, but still going to be alright, and then he will Satanic to bring himself back up to full. Just devastating, and that's not even counting all these ultimates, like Refresher, Reverse Polarity, Ravages. All of this stuff is major threats in any standard Dota game, but it's all the Meracle show right now because he can honestly nearly do it solo. We've seen he can't do it entirely solo. The Chronosphere will come through.
There's the Ravage, though. Chrissy unveiling that BKB. He'll be able to bring down the Wisp. Can he find Meracle? Miracle's still in the macro part. There's an RP. Jo goes in. That is actually just the adaptive strike. Aluka, born again out of the Phoenix Sun. And, you know, chilling, going up the hill there. Trying to get the passable terrain with his Sunray, but doesn't work. Will still be brought down. I don't know, man. I don't want to be too mean to Lubby here, but again, he just gets a little too close to the PA and gets chronoed as well. He dies. If he dies, the PA will actually be killable, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of overconfidence there. Like, he's like, okay, I can just tether overcharge you. You can take all the towers, all the racks. And that's true if you have no opposition, but there are 5 heroes up here. So I definitely think that it was a mistake and it was an underestimation of his opposition. But end of the day, it's just something to learn from. He can still go in, redeem himself with one big pullout out of the Chronosphere. If Chrissy doesn't lock this PA in Chrono, there's nothing they can do. Nice play, though, getting the BKB, surviving and nullifying the Ravage, and going in for a very big kill. This 20,000 net worth hero is a juicy bounty.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, most definitely. And Chrissy, I mean, the Chronos are going to be so important, but let's not forget, he is still getting 2-shot. Like, if PA jumps on him, pending some RNG, I guess, because of however backtrack might work out, or even the crits might work out in the favor of PA, like, Chrissy can just get decimated, and that means no chrono. He does not have a lot of gold either, so there's no buyback there. That tier 3 in the middle lane did fall, but hey, Rave tanks on for a little bit longer. They've made it to just under 32 minutes right now. I know at the start of the game you were saying maybe they get it at 70 minutes into the late game, and I realize why it's quiet now. Looks like Blaze... Our call is broken. I'll try to bring him back in here in just a second, guys. Sorry for some tech issues. Hopefully he can rejoin here, but let's see the state of the game. Let's check out those graphs. A little bit slower now. 5,000 gold lead is, that's it for First Departure. There's more than a 5,000 difference in heroes just between Meracle and Jo. So you know that some other members of First Departure might be hurting. I guess it's the Wisp down there, 3.6. You see NB, Ninja Boogie, the very last, the Vengeful Spirit for Rave. But here they go. They will smoke out. They're going to head top. Look to find themselves some pickoffs. This is really what they need to do, but let's look at this. The Refresher Orb is finished up right now on the Magnus. He's already going to scoop himself into the tree line right now. Let's see if he even force-staffs forward a little bit more. Here's Chrissy, though, jumping in. We'll get an onto 2 once again. Lovey is in there, so he's going to be brought down. Meracle, can he survive this? The heal, it's coming in. He will actually blink away. The Phoenix Sun now, the Dual Scepter is going to be thrown up and into an Ice Pack. That's doing that bit. And he will go down Daniel onto a killing spree right now. Ninja Boogie, the only one to have fallen on the side of Rave. And it's just first departure. And I gotta say it again, it's Lucky with questionable positioning. He cannot be caught in these chronos. He needs to be playing so far back. He needs to be going in for the save, not the one dying first.
Tower is under attack.
And that is just unfortunate. That's a teamfight recap we will show. It's been a magnificent game for first departure, but it gets a bit harder. That is a 7,000 experience change, about 2,000, well, sorry, that's negative 1,700, so about a 4,800 gold change for Rave right there. Well, that's making it look a bit better. Maybe they can get to that 70-minute mark that Blaze prophesized. Let's see, back to equilibrium on gold. They're ahead in experience. They do still have a PA problem, although not really. She's been dealt with entirely in the last couple fights. Again, mainly because Wisp is dying. Alright, they're even going to get some tier 3 tower damage of their own, and while it was looking like Meracle was just going to run away with this, no problem. Game looks to have gotten actually pretty hard. He's giving away a lot every time he dies. He's got an ultimate orb right now. I wonder if he's going Lincolns. Maybe he's going Sheep. Could be a Manta. Could be a lot of things, really. Probably going to be a Scotty. So, there you go. We'll figure that bit out. I don't know if Blaze is back yet. I'm sure he's not too happy to be missing the potential of this game. I mean, we said all day. Well, we didn't really say it all day. We were both thinking it all day, and I tweeted it before this game went out that I thought this was really the potential for the game of the day. It was supposed to be first. We did have it moved, so you guys were looking for the Rave versus first departure game early. Well, you found it now. This is it. Ultimate Orb into Ogre Club. Maybe thinking about that BKB. Magic damage potentially a bit too much. Speaking of Scotty, that's what I was going to say Morphling goes instead of the F-Blade when Blaze first asked that question many minutes ago, but now it doesn't matter. He'll have the both. So a whole lot of stats. More full agility. He'll have a base of 127 and another 102 to boot. So that's going to be pretty deadly for the Adaptive Strike and for the F-Blade. Yeah, I see Cyborg Matt showing up. He's giving us that, what was it, excellent and magnificent Dota, I believe, his words from the intro video. Also spamming 322 in the chat. Another smoke up from Rave. They've really just been seizing the day with these smokes. They found some really great pickoffs. They've been able to kill that Wisp at the start of every fight. Chrissy does have an MKB now, so that's making things a lot easier. Going against the PA. So what was it with, I think, the diminishing stacking of evasion? It was like 67-ish% chance of evading with the blur with the butterfly. Now you've got that MKB up. It is a 0, and we'll keep in mind, guys, Chronosphere, if you've been living under a rock, no longer disables those passive. So we've seen Chrissy really struggling to bring down the PA, but not anymore that he's got the MKB, and also Macropyre Flame Guard has been doing a lot to bring her down. Still rolling with a KDA of 5, though. 15, 4, and 5. Not a lot of room for assists when you're the one murdering everybody. We could go around the map and probably count out all these Paradox Memorials, but I think I'd rather not. Some of them were funny, like this one. 274 meager damage. And then we go look at this one from not even that much later on. 1,003 damage. Now let's check in with Phoenix. I know a long time ago he that mechanism, but it didn't really do too much for him.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, they're still going to be pushing top here. The
Dire's
tower will fall. Meanwhile, Morphling going to pick up one also. Basically the reverse tower of that one. The tier 2 top and bottom will fall right there, and we'll also find some more Paradox Memorials. People getting wrecked. And it really is Rave. holding on right now. The game has slowed down significantly. Not even a kill. That was actually a tower right there. So not even a kill since this mark. Maybe 8 minutes ago. And it's just an even, it's a drawn out line. But still a big advantage experience here. I wonder what that's coming from. It must be here where Ember Spirit is 20 and Morphling is 19. You got a 15 and a 13 and a 13, so I don't know. I don't feel like the experience is even that big of a deal. Looking at 40 minutes, it's really just the gold. But it looks like it could be a while. It's not like Rave wanted to be completely passive. We saw them smoke up and look for some pickoffs. Did they change the color of these golems? They look slightly more gold. Look, they have more brown bits. All right, I'm gonna have to do some reading after this. I feel like those got changed. All right, J.O., where are you at? 3,100 gold. And actually, where did you go? You replicated back, just being really, really safe. Where's that item that has the big potential here for first departure to get them back on what was almost a perfect game for them for a long while? They need the refresher up on the Tidehunter. They've got the refresher on the Magnus. They need their Phoenix player to just... Actually, I think he's always been just a little too far. Like, Phoenix and Wisp need to switch places. Well, Phoenix needs to be a bit closer so he can get the Sunray heal. Wisp needs to be further, so if PA is going to die, he can relocate her out. And we'll see Magnus trying to split push the bottom lane. He does have a Blink Dagger and a Town Portal Scroll. It's about all you need on any hero to keep that split pushing dream alive. Although Magnus does bring down the creeps rather quickly. Probably just an attack and a shockwave. Chrissy going back in for that Roche one more time. Mask of Madness, he can solo it himself this time. Not a problem at all. Alright, apparently, I don't know what happened to Blaze. He's not offline. Oh, are you back? Blaze! Oh, okay, I didn't see that the call had even rejoined, so... We're good to go. Blaze is back, guys. Alright, Aegis over to Chrissy right now. Tide picking up a haste rune. Doesn't have a bottle though, so he's forced to use it right now. Or am I just... No, Magnus got the haste. What am I saying? Also didn't have a bottle, so forced to use it right now. So that statement still stands. He's got another 2,400 gold already after the refresher. I feel like BKB is maybe in order just to watch out for the Escalade target here from the Morphling, as he's getting pretty scary. Still 5k in the bank. Hasn't really needed to buy anything else. Gem coming out for the Phoenix, maybe trying to get that map control, hold on to that lead that they, well, don't really have. But the game is fairly even right now, so maybe that advantage of having a gem and getting the map control could really help. Ember Spirit to the data list right now, 4,400 gold. Looking for another big item. Can always go for the Rapier if he needs to, but game's feeling manageable right now. Probably not thinking about that.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They'll force Reor back. Tier 2 tower will fall. Actually, all Tier 2 towers have fallen. The only one remaining, first departure, they've got one, and it's not a very important one in terms of the map control it gives you, but hey, it is still standing up there. There's the BKB. So yeah, we saw the ultimate orb got quickly turned into the Eye of Scotty. The Ogre Club went quickly into the Black King bar, so Phantom Assassin not having any trouble finding that farm. And you can see why when you bring down a creep wave in one attack like that, still keeping that distance of 7,000 gold between Meracle himself and J.O.'s Morphling. So that's been pretty constant. Ninja Boogie trying to find a good spot for these wards, although we can look at first departure, how aggressive they want to be playing right now. They've got wards blocking any of the exits coming out from the bottom lane or up the top. They themselves are on the mid lane. There's an RP. That's onto a hard illusion, also known as the replicate there. Chrissy now going to drop back Chrono. We'll get those attacks onto Meracle. Meracle, though, is pretty tanky, and they're looking for all that refresher already used there for Pelosi. Look at the RPs off. Isn't enough, though. Rior now coming in onto a killing spree. There's still a tether and the BKB. Rior will go down. He's down for 90. Has buyback available, and he will use it. He's got a TP in, though. Doesn't have a remnant forward. And Luca about to drop that gem. Will drop that gem. Chrissy's still staying alive. Didn't even have to use that Aegis. It's the Tide and the Phoenix down. They're still giving chase to Meracle right now. I don't know if they're going to be able to bring him down. They've got the Scotty attacking, and he'll blink back over towards his buddy, the Wisp. The push now barreling down the mid lane. Or they have the potential to. Can they get another pick off? No. Quick fingers there. Blink away by Pelosin. 2 dead for 30 on first departure. Rior bought back. Might feel pressured to get a lot out of it. Could maybe backfire if they go too hard. And this just in, guys. It looks like we will have one more game after this. It won't be Southeast Asia, though. Looks like Starladder Europe is going on right after this. And since we're already on the stream, I guess we're just going to take it over. And it will be maybe a bit of a resident sleeper cast as I look behind me. My bed looks very comfortable. But, hey, it looks like we're staying up for one more, and this game is potentially going the distance as well. No one has even taken a lane of Rax yet. That tier 3 tower down in the middle lane. That's when they were really leading, and it was actually never by that much. 7,500 gold, maybe 10,000 experience. They got the tier 3 tower, and they had a bit of a blunder with the Wisp a couple times, getting caught in the Chrono. Honestly, 2 or 3 times in a row. So far, they haven't been able to really get back into a commanding position in this game. They've got 1 reverse polarity right now. They've got double Ravage, so this is the time where first departure could really think about taking the team fight. But the problem is, Ember Spirit, extremely mobile, and there is a lot of lockdown, but it's the ultimates fairly close proximity. I mean, Rior can just Remnant out, Remnant back in, probably dodge him. I don't know, it might be a tall order for him, but really locking down the Ember Spirit and locking down the Chrono is starting to be efficient. Chrissy will go in, Chrono onto Meracle, gonna try to get those bashes. Can they get the Macropyre off? No. That's a Chrono now. That's 1 RP though. Number 1 coming out. Another he will. He'll blink back in. He even refreshed the blink and went back in. I love it. That'll be Jakiro down. They only got a Jakiro for that, and he's even able to buy back now. Lovey, he's the furthest one in still. He will go Scepter up and be brought down by the adaptive strike. Jo onto that mega kill streak right now. 7,000 gold in the bank. So this is like my Chrono, great, whatever. Meracle thinking about going for some more. They will bring him down. He's going to be dead for 112 seconds on the Ember Spirit. Cycloning him up. That's got to be Cass. That's doing that with his Yule Scepter. Ember down, though. Do you think they can do this, Blaze?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I have seen the end of time. Unstoppable. Gold for me.
Yeah, he really does. I'm kind of surprised First Departure didn't maybe try to get just a little bit more out of that push. Trying to get the range Rex at least. I mean, I guess the Fortify was still available, so that could have delayed them 5 more seconds. But by the time they backed off, it was still about a 40, maybe mid-30 second respawn there on both the Ember and the Jakiro, really respecting the Faceless Void now that he's got the MKB. Same thing goes for the Morphling. Unless he was just getting back up. He's got MKB and already another 4,000 gold. Probably.
Invisibility. Dominating is quenched.
You were a sacred target.
He's dying, man. He's just trying to fill. He's trying to farm some items with those contracts. Well, that was also the unveiling of the Abyssal Blade that Meracle just finished up. Like, he didn't even have a Basher before, and now he brings out the Abyssal. So, catching him off guard, hoping he'd have the quick fingers to John so he'd survive one hit at least, but not the case. He's down for another minute, and this might actually be the time. Let's look at the, yep, double Ravage is available, double RP available in 9 seconds. This could be the fight to get the complete mid lane of Rax. Goes in. Yeah, really good timing of the BKB. Not going to do anything. I don't know about this Phoenix Sun. One ultimate from Hannah will go off the Abyssal Blade there. That's, well, buyback timer added. 100 seconds right now. NB with the defensive swap. I guess trying to keep Jo alive a little bit longer. With the middle lane of Rax to fall. The tier 2s have been down for a while. Creep in the base. Meracle will rotate quickly down to that bottom tier 3. Still online. Didn't even use it for the Rax, thinking they might need it for a little bit more. Meanwhile, going forward, we'll bring back one. There's a second round. Go out. Goes to form. Will he be brought down? He will. Phoenix looks like he'll get it. Not coming back around there. Doing a lot of damage. Brings down the bird. But I don't think he's got enough. They'll stun up Meracle one more time. Meracle, though, very, very tanky. Going to get another bash, and that's a big crit. That was 21-12 red damage right there. And where is my tombstone? I want to pick up that crit. But anyway, Meracle in some trouble. Escalate up. Being kited around a little bit. Keep getting sent to ghost form, but did force a buyback there from the Morphling. A little less than a minute. Yeah, well, MKB going to be coming out next for the Ember Spirit actually just being finished up right now. Vengeful Spirit also with the Ghost Scepter just to live a little bit longer. It's definitely the only answer for the supports to stay alive. Got the gem from Luca over on the Vengeful Spirit for Rave right now. The Yule Scepter obviously being rather annoying, keeping people alive. Ghost Scepter on Jakiro, the mechanism. Falling off by 51 minutes, but hey, any little bit helps sometimes. Phantom Assassin, we've been pretty much really in tune with her item progressing as Radiant's Courier will be killed. Were they using the Courier? Wait, what? Oh, another one's delivering items though, so they must have just bought two Couriers and got Roach. And it was brought down. Here we go, Chrissy though, looking for the Aegis and the Cheese. They've got every Roach thus far in this game. Pelosin's going in with the Force Staff. He gets him onto the high ground. Obviously, both these heroes can get off of the high ground. There's the Sun coming in. The attack onto it, though. Can he do it in time? No, Luca, that's a lot of DPS from Jo onto the Phoenix Egg, which doesn't matter at all. Chrissy's dead already from inside the pit, down for 70. A nice defensive swap out will keep Jo alive. NB gonna have to sacrifice. Meracle goes for double damage, though. Talking about a game-winning rune. Gonna think about maybe going back up there, or just not even gonna worry about it. he is. Fortify, though,
Dire's
is still
bottom
available,
tower
getting
is
actually
under
pretty
attack.
low now. As who did that Aegis actually go to? Cheese denied as well, or used in that.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, indeed. Especially if he gets the BKB off before the chrono. I mean, the magic damage, I mean, sure, it is pretty late for magic damage. This guy's got 3,500 HP, but it was really doing a lot. Maybe not doing as much now as the physical, since actually MKBs are up on, I think, all 3 of the core heroes. Yeah, Rior's got 1, Chrissy's got 1, and Jo got 1. Oh, touchdown Meracle. Is this the killing potential here? I mean, most definitely, but no, that's, did they relocate him out? Yeah, they did. Oh, there's one Ravage. Meracle jumps in on the Satanic double Ravage right now. NB catch. Oh, actually lived a little bit longer as he pops up the Ghost Scepter, but not that much longer. There's the Stifling Dagger. It was not quite enough. Jen is going to be down. Uh-oh, Hard Illusion looking to bring PA onto the field. That's going to be pretty scary stuff. They don't actually quite kill it. Rior also sticking around. Oh my gosh. Did that look like a 1600 crit from that illusion to me, by the way. And just into it. We'll bring it down. There is buyback available on both the Wisp and the PA. But they lose 4 on first departure. Double Ravage was used in that exchange down there as well. Tide the only one to live. Rave actually leading by 1 kill here at 55 minutes. Yep. And let's not forget, though, it is Rave still. A Rax down. They're actually going to smoke up on where their Rax has fallen. So this smoke in memory of the middle Rax, Mr. Raxy. Let's see if they can make it count. They've been trying to smoke out of the base for a while now, but have had difficulties making it work 100%. Obviously, Roche is off the field for the next few minutes. They'll smoke, but they won't find, well, anybody. PA, like, hasn't respawned yet. Maybe jumping the gun on the smoke. I think they're just using this smoke to get into a more forward position without maybe being scouted by some wards or something along the way. Oh, man. 56 minutes in. Well, fortunate for them, like, that could have been a great smoke and a great pickoff, but at least nothing bad happens. Ninja Boogie gets what he deserves. Actually, that's probably not even what he deserves. Nor should Wisp, please. Oh, I thought you said Phoenix. Oh. Got it. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, he seems like he's had a little bit of trouble with spacing
Radiant's
out
bottom
and
tower
getting a
is
sunray
under
to apply.
attack.
I don't know if there's too much damage to the PA, but it has looked like it's not applying sometimes. Meracle, though, looking to go in. There's another buyback on Rior, like maybe the second or third buyback there after, well, Ninja Boogie will be back in
Radiant's bottom
25.
tower
But
is
yeah,
under
that's a good
attack.
point. That Minotaur is still there. Rior
Dire's
can be
middle
brought down
tower is
in
under attack.
10. Miracle, yeah, Ravage and reverse polarity. They'll bring him down. That's the dieback. This has to be the game. He's down for 2
fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Hit the buildings,
Dire's
Miracle. I know you can do
barracks
it.
has fallen.
Don't be distracted by the
Radiant's
effigies.
bottom tower is under attack.
There's some good ones.
Dire's middle
Rockstar
tower is
Prophet
under attack.
is a pretty good one, actually. It's Chrissy's. No surprise. Prophet. But anyway, Miracle trying to end this ridiculous game. He's got that BKB. There's no Ravage. Both were already used. The Anchor Smash though coming up really big. Miracle, can they bring him down? He doesn't have that butterfly anymore, as it's actually kind of rendered useless. He is still alive, by the way. Being able to be brought back there, that was a nice relocate by Lubby, it looks like. And the tower will not fall here. Ravage.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Or just sit in that. Now not for another 40. The Chrono not for another 40. Wow. This looks like it could finally be the end of this game. We're approaching an hour right now. Blade going out, trying to slow him down. Miracle in goes for the big heals onto 2. That's actually crazy interaction. Phoenix being over the whip. Miracle going to be towards the BKB once more. Going to look for Jo right now. Can he get those bastions? Or Missile coming up in 1 second. People jumps in. RP onto 2 right now. Ice Map going to disrupt this a little bit. There was only the 1 RP available right now. No Ravage for another 30. Miracle still fighting, still life-stealing, still trying to get those crits. Jo working the strength, and he will fall right now. And he's dead for about 2 minutes. Buyback on NB, but it looks like they might be able to clean up the buildings. Maybe not. Rior is back, and they're going to have to respect that.
Dire's Ancient is under
What do they have? Ravage and 10. Ugh, his health bars.
Dire's Ancient is under attack. Dire's Ancient is under attack.
Two, maybe even 3. They're together. The clean coming from Miracle. He BKBs up. He brings down all the only heroes they really had to worry about. Chrissy, he's not too weak either, but he's not nearly strong enough to bring down Miracle. And even the Spear out of the base right now. Man, what a game. What a blunder off of that smoke when they were trying to get the Chrono, but there was the swap. I don't know if it really would have mattered all that much. Maybe it transitions into pushing Arax, and maybe Rave can get it around.